Alright, welcome back to part 2 of Mike's Toy Case, where we have Wheel Loader, MakeToys Wheel Loader, part of the Green Giant Type 61 combiner set, also known as Scrapper, part of the third-party Constructicons. So this he's actually one of my favorite ones, and you can see I've got the repro labels on him here, and I just kind of want to get close, kind of go over those. So real quick about Scrapper here, and you can see his head sculpt there, which looks really good. I like it, very G1-esque. I always prefer robots with face plates over robots with actual faces. That's just a personal preference. Um, Scrapper is actually the leader of the Constructicons. He's like the engineer, uh, the head engineer, and his creation is a little bit crazy because it said they were created at the beginning of G1 in the first season, but then there's flashbacks to where they're on Cybertron, and there's this whole thing with Omega Supreme and how they used to be Autobots, and Megatron sort of turned them into Decepticons. But then there's also this thing where they kind of built Megatron, so it's very confusing. And I don't want to even think about it right now, but he is the leader of the Constructicons. He forms the other foot along with Mixmaster. And he's pretty level-headed kind of guy, which is cool. Okay, so you can see the first things first. He has a nice Decepticon logo on his chest there, which was a lot of fun to apply. The other thing is the back here, the little blades have tiny, tiny stickers. And this one keeps wanting to almost come off, which is annoying. I probably have to re-put it on, maybe a little further back. Let's see. There's there used to be red and white stripes here. Now it's yellow and black because I put the stickers on. He has silver bits here on his forearm as well as on the back of his hand, just to kind of make it pop a little bit. He also has silver on the little wheel well part. Let's see. Oh, he has a Decepticon logo in his little bucket there. Let's see. What else does he have? What else does he have? He's got a little crotch sticker, which is a lot of fun to put on. And he's got these thigh stickers. He has the stripes right here, which also used to be white and red. Oh, and he's got on the bottom of his feet a little wheel well, sort of lighter highlighter. So about the figure itself, I love it. I really like. Well, I love it, and then I almost said I really like it. So I really like it a lot. The only thing that kind of bugs me about it is his little backpack here, which I don't really know what to do with most of the time. Um, I mean, it's just there, and there's not much you can do about it. From the front, you can't see it, so it's fine having the backpack. His gun is just simply one of these guys, which again formed together with all the other guns to form Devastator's gigantic gun, but that's his individual gun there. Size comparison to the same things we did before. This is Wheeljack Masterpiece. So you can see he's definitely taller. This is more Voyager size. He's definitely more transformed. He's definitely more what is it? Deluxe size. He's definitely more deluxe sized. And then we have Little Legends Shrapnel there. Shrapnel, whatever you want to call him. So let's do articulation real quick. His head does move around. It's on a little ball joint, goes up and down, side to side. His shoulders do move, but it is hindered by the little bucket back here. So that's kind of a bummer. He has upper arm rotation. He has elbow. His wrists don't so much move around, but they do go inside because of the transformation there. He does kind of have waist rotation, but you kind of have to move his backpack around to get it to work. But it is there, but the backpack gets in the way, which is unfortunate. Upper thigh already has hip all the way out, all the way up and down back. He has upper thigh. He has knee, and then he's got really good again Does not so much forward and back, but it has good ankle tilt, so you can get some good poses out of him. And that's about it for robot mode. Let's go ahead and transform him into his his front loader mode. Okay, well we have Scrapper transformed into his front loader mode here. Um, the transformation is actually a lot of fun. I really like it. He does have this little bit here that's sort of a parts former, and what this is there, I mean obviously it's an engine here, but what this is really here for is for leg stabilization. And this goes on his backpack when he's in robot mode. So real quick, my only real gripe about this figure is that his feet here, the way they transform, I'm terrified I'm going to break them every time I transform it. Also, he has a little bit of visible head syndrome, which is just his head is just literally like right here, right in front of the cockpit, right underneath here. So it's very easy to see. Uh, Other than that, though, um, real quick, let's go over the stickers. So we've got stripes here. Again, I did put new stickers on the windows to make them shinier. He's got his same thing on the scoop. He's got stickers here. He's got his little Decepticon logo here. He also has a Decepticon logo on the back there, which is nice. He has stickers on the wheel well, and the hardest thing on here were these little stickers on the ladder, just to kind of make them silver there. And actually, one of the things I was afraid of happened right here when I was pushing his feet in, because this whole assembly right here becomes his foot, and these are his legs. But it caught on here and kind of scraped part of it down. So I have to be careful now when I push it in. Anyway, so definitely I love the silver stickers. I love all the stripes. I love the way the stickers just kind of make the whole figure kind of pop. I like he's got the little grates here on the front. Anyway, so that's enough about the stickers. Get into size comparison, and same thing as before. Here is Autobot Scoop, they're basically the same figure. I mean the same kind of guy. His transformation is a lot more complicated than his, but his is actually kind of fun still. But this guy actually, the plastic quality on these is fantastic, and this guy actually feels like a knockoff compared to the plastic quality of these guys. And this is an official Hasbro, Takara, whatever release. Excuse me. So plastic quality in here great. Plastic quality in here kind of lame. He can peg his gun into here if you just really want to peg his gun into his car mode. I don't know if I guess there's some people that just love pegging guns into car modes. I think it's kind of dumb. I've never been a big fan of it, but I can do it right here on the side. If that's really your thing, go for it. I don't really care personally. And then the last step is going to turn him into, before we move on to that, same thing with this guy as with Mixmaster. He has a little piece here which is like a tailgate, tail hitch, trailer hitch. There we go, that's what I need to say. This one actually is a lot looser than Mixmaster's and does not stay on nearly as well. it also falls off. I've actually lost it on my floor before, and I freaked out for like a day until I found it because I was afraid to even. I was afraid I couldn't vacuum my room. Not that I do that all that often anyway. See, this thing just popped right off. There we go. It's not going to stay on anyway. It's not a big deal because I don't care about that, but it can do it if you really want to fiddle with it for a long time. So let's go ahead and get him into his foot mode. First things first, you're going to take this off. You kind of push these forward. Now these bits are actually really hard to finagle right, and no matter how many times I practice it, I can't do it that well because I can't figure out the right way it's supposed to go. I think it goes, if we put this, because there's little peg holes right there, and there's little hole or pegs here, holes here, goes right in, right there, and then little pegs right here go into peg holes on the side of the feet, and you basically just have to finagle them until they line up properly. And then we pull this out just a little bit. And I actually like to kind of angle this down a little bit so you can see. I think the only reason for this piston is just to look like, because there's a piston here, and it's just, I think it's just there so you can see it in foot mode to kind of look like it's being a foot, like it's part of the machinery. Anyway, so this is a scrapper in foot mode, and with this little thing in here, he is very solid. And he does have ankle tilt, not as much, it's not as wild as Mixmasters, but it's definitely there. Alright, thanks for watching, and stay tuned for the next review.